Hello, I'm Martin Logan and welcome to the Irish in the UK, and a big thank you to Henry McGlade for the last half hour. Now, coming up on the show this week, we're in Altrincham in Cheshire to meet Grace Kennedy and a School of Irish Dancing. We'll also be catching up with the Birmingham Irish Association, and we'll be in London with the Ballroom of Romance for a wonderful night of music, song and dance. So we hope you'll stay with us and enjoy the show. Now, a few weeks ago, we went along to meet Grace Kennedy and her School of Irish Dancing as they prepare for the qualifying rounds for the World Championship Dancing next year.
We opened up the school in January 2017.
And tell me a little bit about the age groups that you teach.
We take on from the age of 3 upwards.
Now, you're based here in Altrincham, and of course Altrincham, there's a great Irish community here. Is most of the kids related to Irish people or have Irish backgrounds?
Yes, it is really. We've got quite a large Irish community, but we also have a lot of children from other backgrounds also, because Irish dancing is all over the world now. So it's absolutely, it's going from strength to strength. Everyone is really interested in it, and I can honestly say that we've got a great community here.
Now, of course, as you mentioned there, Irish dancing is very, very competitive, and I know that you're preparing hard and fast for the qualifiers now for the World coming up. How is that going?
It's going really well. As it's only in 3 weeks, you can imagine that the practice is well underway. Obviously, we'd love to be going to the Worlds 2018, but we're taking one step at a time and we're heading for the qualifiers.
Yeah, but it's so hard work, isn't it? So many hours of teaching and training goes in there. We saw you and the rest of the girls in there teaching. There's a lot of dedication to it. Yeah,
definitely. We're quite lucky. We've got a very dedicated dancing family. The children and the parents really are involved in everything they can do. They bring them to all the lessons possible. So yeah, it's a big commitment, but we're lucky we have everyone on board that's committed.
Of course, you're no stranger to us, because I know I've seen you dance so many times, Grace, at all big events here in Manchester, dinner dances and so on and so forth. Tell me a little bit about your own dancing career.
Well, I started at the age of 3 and I just took to it like a duck to water, my mum would say, and I went all over the world with it, and I loved every minute of it. I've made friends of a lifetime. I've got so much experience behind me with it, so yeah, it was great.
How did you first get interested in Irish dancing?
The family really. My sister danced, but we obviously have got an Irish background ourselves, so I think it's probably just in the blood.
Now, you also teach Ceilidh dancing, don't you, an adult group? Tell me about that.
Yeah, the adults absolutely love it. We teach that every Wednesday here at the Hub, the community centre in Altrincham. We started that quite a while ago actually, and the class has just really grown. We do Ceilidh dancing, which is the group dances, and we also touch on step dancing as well.
Amanda, of course, you and Katie and Grace here, you've known each other and danced together for a long time.
Oh yeah, we all met when we were very young. We all met at the Lally School dancing from 4 or 5 years of age, so it's natural really that we'd all do this together. We're great friends and we get along really well. We have a lot of the same background, so.
Do you know you can tell that when you're in there training, because you all seem to have a bit of fun together, but you're all concentrating and teaching the children. It's a lovely atmosphere.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think if it wasn't for the other girls, it wouldn't be half as much fun as it is. I mean, we've all got a lot of support from one another, and it's great to do it with your friends. Who else would you do it with?
Now, you've danced, of course, from a young age. What do you get out of Irish dancing?
It's just a passion that it's in your blood from the moment you start. It provides so many friends, it provides so many experiences and memories. It's just something that never ever leaves you. Once you've got into the habit of it, you'll love it forever.
And Katie, of course, you're a qualified teacher as well. Do you enjoy teaching?
Yeah, it's this sort of natural progression. Once you've finished dancing and sort of can't go any further with that, you just want to follow in the footsteps of your teachers.
And of course, you were telling me earlier on, your people are from Mayo and other parts of Ireland. If you can't dance, nobody can dance.
Yeah, it's in our blood really. So
Now, tell me about some of the children you have here. We spoke to Grace earlier on about them, but there's a big Irish community here in Altrincham. Do you meet many Irish people?
Yeah, and sort of being in Manchester, you always bump into somebody, you know, and we've all, you know, you find connections with the kids from relatives and what have you as well, the Irish connection.
Oh, thank you, Grace. I've learned a few new steps. Michael Flatley, here I come. Now, from one great group to another, we are off to meet the Birmingham Irish Association. Teresa, you're the original founder of the Tuesday Club. How long has it been going?
It started in 1986, in November the 26th, 1986.
So where did you originally get the idea from?
We had a wonderful priest here, Father Taff, and he was a Mayo man, by the way, as well, lovely, lovely man. And he saw the reason, the necessity for when I said down and out people, lonely, elderly Irish people living at the time were squalid lodgings. And he felt that they should be taken out, and he decided to start this little club so that they could meet other Irish people and, you know, associate with their own culture and everything else. And that's how it started.
You must get great satisfaction in looking back and seeing how far you've come with all this.
Oh, I do, definitely, yes. Yeah, I worked hard, I loved it, it was good for me, and the feedback was absolutely fantastic. And you can see for yourself, when you move around amongst the people, they all have good memories and still come.
Well, you can't beat the crack, Teresa. Now, Una, tell me a bit about what happens here on a daily basis on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, we have different varieties every Tuesday. One week we have cardio exercise. Then the next week we have set dancing. And the next week we have line dancing. And then the week after we have ordinary keep fit. And that's on a 4-week rota. We also have a chat and a cup of tea and sit down. And we have bingo.
And you're based here at a lovely centre with the Birmingham Irish Centre.
Yes, I work at the Birmingham Irish Centre on reception on a Wednesday. You meet all sorts of people, great fun.
Well, you deserve great credit for starting off this Tuesday Club for the Irish community here in Birmingham. And we can see in there how many of them is really enjoying themselves and loving the company as well.
Oh, they enjoy it very, very much, and they look forward to it. And some of them come very, very early in the morning to get things ready.
So I am a Culture and Heritage Project Officer, so I make sure that there are enough cultural and heritage events happening in Birmingham to satisfy the needs of the first, second and third generation Irish.
Great stuff. So you mainly organise or get involved in things throughout the city?
Yes, so we either organise it ourselves as Birmingham Irish, or we work with other groups like the St Pat's Festival, the Trad Fest, in promoting their events. So I run all the Facebook, social media sort of side to promote other activities as well.
Now, I know that St Patrick's Day is a big day here for all Irish people in Birmingham, of course, as it is throughout Britain, but tell me a little bit about your parade.
So we have the what we like to claim is the biggest parade in the UK. I think London's caught up with us finally, but we have 85,000 people will turn up on the Sunday before St Patrick's Day. So this year it'll be the 11th of March. And we have a huge parade that goes from the centre of town out through the Irish Quarter, through Digbeth, back again. And we have our own stage. All the pubs and clubs and centres will be having bands over. And it's just a great day out, great free family day out for everyone.
Now, you must meet a lot of Irish people throughout the community and throughout Birmingham here. How involved are they in the culture and you know, coming along to your Tuesday Club and stuff like that?
It's all very popular still. You know, the Tuesday Club has got 100-odd people going to it. We have lots of people who are interested in the festival. We have some young artists who've put together a Trad Fest, traditional music festival, that's in November. That's very popular. So I think it's more popular, you know, now maybe than it's been before. It's really making a bit of a comeback.
I started here about 10, 12 years ago, I think. I actually run the dementia centre project that we have, and our project in the community, which is Rosita, which is helping older people enjoy activity within their own homes or their own settings without them having to come into us.
And of course you've got a very large amount of people that come along to your Tuesday club.
We do, yes. We have about 250 members, to be honest. They're very faithful. They're there every Tuesday without fail. They go on activity, they go on outings, they just have a normal general chit-chat and game of bingo, which you can't go in when the bingo's getting played. You'll get a lot of shushes.
You're also involved in St Anne's Parish Centre, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I've been the licensee there for the last 5 years. So we have an awful lot of private parties. We've only just started in the last 6 or 7 months bringing in all the Irish bands over, which is it's going really, really well.
Is there still a strong community here?
There still is, to be quite honest. You know, when you talk to people, they say, oh, that generation of Irish have gone. They haven't actually. I know we have lost a lot of people over the years, but we still see a strong attendance coming to St Anne's. You know, when we have a band on, we can have up to 250 people in there enjoying the night. So they are still there, and they're just looking for somewhere to go.
Great work has been done by the Birmingham Irish Association, and well done to them all. Now, I'm putting on my dancing shoes for the next part of the show. See you in 2 minutes. Welcome back to the Irish in the UK. Now, I'm off to the Ballroom of Romance in London.
Oh, the best part of the day is the night. When I get home, everything's alright. You're lying close beside me, I'm holding you real tight. The best part of the day is the night. And the night time's from what I call the view. The day time's something to need with you. You two of us together, now that's what I like. The best part.
Michael, what a night here at the Ballroom of Romance. What a crowd.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. But it's been, I mean, I've been running now since in May 1 year. And it's been really going really well. Okay, in July and August, the crowds dwindle off a bit because they were on holidays and elsewhere else. But they're such loyal people here, such loyal supporters. And they just come here every Monday night. It doesn't matter who plays. They're not, you know, it doesn't matter who plays, they're here. You know, and as you know, I get all the bands from Ireland. I have the Davids, I've got Sean Wilson, I've got TR coming in next Monday. And then I've got Mary Rose, a London-based band. I've got Ray on the Tear, I've got Eugene Doonan. But I give them all a go, I give them all a crack at the whip because I know what it's like, because I'm in the business myself, you know, and it's great to see the people turning up here.
So what's so special about Monday night?
Martin, I can't answer that question. People won't go out on Fridays, they won't go out on Sundays. I think Saturday's the only night they go out. I got the idea when Seamus had Conway Street, and he had a Monday night, and then of course he closed down, and I just thought here one weekend, well, I'll give Monday night a go. You know, I didn't think it would last or nobody would turn up on a Monday night, but of course the average person here is all retired. Of course nobody's getting up for work, you know, and this is what helps, I think.
Now, you've got your own band as well, and you play around down the south here. Tell us a little bit about that and where you're playing.
I do. I've got a band, of course, in London. I'm known as McGinty and the Diddy Men. I play all over London, all over. In July now, I'm playing again this year for Pat Hayes. Pat's having a big festival down in Bournemouth. I think it's the beginning of July. And that's a big bill. Seamus Moore, the JCB man, Slim, quite a few Irish guests, you know. So I'll be doing that. So, I mean, I love the music. I love doing it. You know, I love doing this. you know. I look forward to this. I love doing it. You know.
As I gaze across the mountains, I remember moments joy. The same old Wicklow mountain where you enrolled as a boy.
Frank, are you here on a little mini tour at the moment?
Here on a mini tour, one of many. We're coming over here for years, and we do 4 or 5 dates a year, or times a year over here. We started in Devon, we've done London, Milton Keynes, Manchester, and back here in London again tonight.
And what a night it is here at the Ballroom of Romance.
Absolutely packed to the rafters. It's great, absolutely great, yeah. And it's great to see something like this running in London, you know, or anywhere, you know, but it's great to see such a crowd of a Monday night. Unbelievable now, you know, it's great. Great.
And how is things going for you back home?
Things are going great. We're recording and writing and bringing out albums and all that kind of thing. And irishmusic.com, they're looking after my albums at the moment now. We have our second treble pack album is out just now, you know.
Now, Michael, tell me, how long have you two played together?
I say we're pushing along for the last 29, 30 years, on and off, I say, but the last number of years we're being together, having great nights. Great to work with Frank. Frank's been a songwriter, he's the mainstay, he's the star of the show. Everybody appeals to him, and he's great.
I wouldn't say
so,
that.
But as I say, I'm based in South Leitrim, come from a little village called Drummas, South Leitrim. And I believe you have a man from Mohill, Joe Morden, up in Manchester, who has written a book, and I'm looking forward to getting a copy of it. He has a brother who I know very well, Gabriel Morden. He's a very good friend, and I wish him well, and I look forward to reading it over the Christmas.
Now, you two lads have so much history, of course, playing together for almost 30 years. Are you going to have a big celebration next year when it's your 30th year together?
Well, I'm 30 years recording. It's 30 years since I made the first song I had out was a song called Little Town on the Shannon. It was all about Lanesborough, and it was a great local song, and I still get requests for it. And it's 30 years next year since we done that, so we're hoping to have a celebration and maybe a weekend of dancing somewhere as well, you know. We're hoping maybe to go for Donegal, but that's in the initial stages at the moment. We're going to take it from there and see how it goes, you know. So
wasn't any electric light, just a turf fire burning bright, a paraffin lamp that hung down from the rafters.
Seamus, are you enjoying the night here?
Great night, yeah. It's always a good night here in Quicks Road here in London, yeah. Very good.
And of course, you're a busy man as well, because you've been touring Ireland up and down and around all over the place. We saw you at the Bonnyconlon show in Mayo earlier on in the year.
Yeah, thank God that I get a good old run out of every year, Martin. I go there from July till the end of September. I get in a lot of the festivals, and of course the highlight of the year for me would be the ploughing championships, and we do that every year. And so I've done 74 nights actually on the trot there when I was in Ireland, so it was great, like, yeah.
Now, I know you're not involved in the pub business anymore, but tell me about the singing. How's it going here for you in London and around the area?
Well, it's not too bad, Martin. I'm kind of semi-retired now, taking it easy after the marathon.
You made your money?
Well, I wouldn't say that, no, but I had a heavy summer, and I'm doing bits and pieces. Last night I was in Birmingham, for instance, you know. Next week I'm somewhere else, but I'm only doing about 1 or 2 a week, like, just to keep it ticking over, like, you know what I mean? So I'm happy enough the way it is, yeah.
Fran, how long have you been here in London?
Over 50 years, and I come from County Donegal, and it's the best county in Ireland.
How do you know that?
Well, they've won the All-Ireland.
Well, that's good enough for me, I think. Now, you used to go to the Galtymore a lot.
Yes, for 40 years I was going to the Galtymore.
Did you enjoy it?
Every time I went there, I loved it.
You must have seen so much changes here in London over the last 40 years.
Many changes, and not for the best. I knew all the bands, I knew everybody there, and now they're here.
Now, Una, what about you? You're here at Quicks Road, are you, every Monday night?
Every Monday night, yeah. Myself and Fran comes down every Monday night from Luton. And I'm from Leitrim, lovely Leitrim, Larrycunningham County. And I really enjoy the music, love country music.
Lovely. And how long have you been here in London?
Over 30 years.
Did you get to the Galtymores on a stage?
I went a few times, you know, it was finishing up when I started going to it, yeah.
So has the Ballroom of Romance kind of taken over from the Galtymore?
I think it has, yeah. There's jiving and waltz and really fantastic music, and they're out on the floor as soon as the band starts. Great.
What a great night. I've worn my shoes out, and well done to Michael Troy and everyone who came along. Now, Henry McGlade is back next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock with the Irish at home and abroad, and I'm here at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK. Until then, take care of yourselves and thank you for watching. We're going to leave you with a little bit of music from Frank Nelson.
Well, they bought the rings in a pawn shop, got married out of town, came back to a little two-room house, there they settled down. They had just turned 18, folks said it wouldn't last. The beginning wasn't easy, now that's all in the past. For the kids and the grandkids gather round, they all want to say, happy anniversary on your special day. All those years of loving, a love so strong and true, on this your special day, Mom and Dad, we love you. Well, they never had a holiday or been to foreign parts, too busy raising children with loving in their hearts. With a strong belief in the Lord above, the thought is right from wrong, then time had passed so quickly, in no time we were gone. But today we gather round, for we want to say, happy anniversary on your special day. All those years of loving, a love so strong and true, on this your special day, Mom